welcome back. I'm Sean, and after 5 years since I've checked out the Edifier X3, it's good to see that Edifier is still updating it, and we've now got ANC on this budget little earbud. So will it be any good? Let's check it out. So starting with what I like is the sound quality you get with these earbuds. For a relatively small piece of earbuds, you're getting good sub-bass and mid-bass performance. Vocals here is good, but highs could be brighter a bit. But overall, it's still a very good sounding pair. Volume is also something quite impressive. It's got a very gradual scaling but gets to a loud volume at the end, which is what matters. And tech-wise, I like that it comes with an IP54 rating, meaning it should be good with sweat and light water splashes. Just don't get it soaking wet or shower with your earbuds if you can. On top of that, you also get multi-point support for connecting this to multiple devices at a time. So battery life is also something good with these earbuds, and with ANC on, you're getting 6 hours of use with these earbuds and 13 hours with the case, which is decent single-use performance, especially considering this is a very tiny earbuds. And without ANC on, you're gonna get 7 hours with 15 additional hours with the case, and you also get a fast charging here, so 15 minutes of charge will get you 1 hour of use without ANC. And you also get a very impressive gaming mode here with these earbuds at 15 milliseconds, making games and videos sound very good. So what I think could be better, first off, is the Bluetooth codec you get with these earbuds, and you do get a Bluetooth 5.4 chipset, but it only supports the SBC codec. Not that it will affect the good sound quality you get, but it would be a more convincing sale if these earbuds would come with better codecs and maybe high-res support, which is pretty common in Edifier's lineup. So the fit and comfort may be something to consider as well, since this is not a stem style earbuds, meaning more things needs to be crammed into the earbuds here, making it larger, and also meaning smaller ears might find this difficult to fit in your ears. Also, for me to get a good seal, I needed to opt for the larger ear tips, which puts more pressure onto my ears, and I felt some discomfort after using it for a while. And ANC here is great now that it is in the X3 series, but I wish it could be better, especially when using them at a noisy cafe. So the Edifier X3 Pro comes in at a price of 189 Malaysian ringgit, or about 45 US dollars, which I think is a pretty good entry-level price, and it's reminiscent to the days of the TWS1 many years ago. If you find value in what you hear and like what you see, do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so the YouTube algorithm can pick this up. And if you want to buy these earbuds, do check out my links below. So the sound quality of these earbuds is not disappointing and actually pretty decent for the price you're paying for these earbuds. Comparing it to the past where the TWS1, the TWS1 Pro era, where bass is almost non-existent, the X3 Pro here is the polar opposite of those earbuds. And these earbuds is tuned pretty V-shaped, so you're going to get very pronounced lows and very good highs, with a slight recessed mid-vocals. So when it comes to the sub-bass, the earbuds produces a very powerful and satisfying sub-bass rumble, managing the 4 toughest sub-bass rumble in doing it right by Daft Punk, like an absolute beast. So this is also set to the default EQ out of the box, which is dynamic. So it's not subwoofer level deep, but for relatively small earbuds, very impressive sub-bass performance. The mid-bass hits satisfyingly as well, and for most songs, you're gonna get beautiful dynamic signature that you will definitely enjoy. So mid-vocals here has a slight recess, not too much that it becomes a muffled tone, but not too forward as well to give you that hollowness, but rather a very full and satisfying warmth. It's not a very bright vocal tone, but plenty enjoyable listening to most vocal tracks. So highs here is clean, and you hear the instruments are clearly separated. However, I do wish that this is a higher resolution highs and have better crisp and a brighter signature. So you do hear good highs here, but because of the way the bass is powerful and vocals is warm, a higher crispier highs would make the audio signature a lot better. So do play around with the EQ to find something that you like. So this is a test to see if the Edifier X3 Pro is a good earbuds for making phone calls. So these things speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So I'm going to do now to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these earbuds. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, so from a design standpoint, you're getting a very similar design to the X3 series that we've seen since 2020. So a design that didn't change much over 5 years is a pretty good thing, I guess. But there are many new design cues here, starting with the leather-like finish that you get here. So it's not exactly leather here on the case as well as on the earbuds, but having this texture does give the earbuds case a slightly more premium look. It's actually just a hard plastic. So after so many years, the case still has the nice same form factor, very small, just pop it into your pocket and you can carry it around. And at the top, it's still gonna get that nice Edifier branding there, now in an etched-in design instead of a printed word. And at the back, you're gonna get a Type-C charging port to charge the case up. So the lid here opens up nice and solid, and it also holds itself open for you to access the earbuds inside. So you get a very nice molded lid here as well, not just a basic lid, which is very cool. And inside, you're gonna see your earbuds sitting there. So in my view, this design here does kind of look slightly retro with the cream white color earbuds, the Edifier logo, as well as that ring there. Kind of makes it look like the 60s or 70s vibe. Maybe this color make it a little bit more retro, but I do think this looks pretty nice. And if you notice, you also get the same leather-like finish earbuds, so you get some texture there to actually grip on too. So I don't remember how the older X3 series fit me, nor do I remember where did I put it. But since the new one comes with ANC, fits become even more important, and usually medium tips fit me well. However, with this new one, with the medium fit, I can't quite get a good seal with them, and I had to go to the larger ear tips. And perhaps it's the shape of the earbuds, but having a larger ear tips means having more pressure in my ears, which gives me a little bit of fatigue after about an hour of use. So apart from that, note that these earbud style also means that they are larger compared to stem style earbuds, so if you have smaller ears, this might be a bit tricky to fit. So volume is pretty good here, and you get a very gradual increase in volume, and a comfortable listening volume for me starts at 50%, so it's slightly late in the range, but it compensates you with pretty loud volume, and most times 80 to 90% is very loud, and where you will still get that final 10% to push the earbuds a little louder if you want to, so it's good to know that this earbuds is up for the job. So the Edifier Connex app is pretty basic with the X3 Pro, and at the homepage you're going to see your earbuds design, and it's not color coded if you buy the white model that I have here, and you get your left and right battery percentage here, but not the case. So below that, you also get a new feature under ANC controls. You get noise cancellation, ambient, and also ANC off, and there are no levels to adjust here. So under that, you also get your EQ controls, where you get 4 presets as well as a 4-band manual EQ. So under game mode, this is just a toggle to switch gaming mode on and off, and again, I've said this before, I wish this was just a toggle outside instead of going into a separate page. So under the settings at the top, you get to adjust your controls remapping. There's also to find your earbuds feature that plays audio for you to locate your earbuds, and you can also set the prompt tones for your earbuds, and that's pretty much it. So you also get to update your earbuds if there is a new firmware. Alright, so with the ANC performance, I wish it could be better in some extent, but first of all, it's very crucial to get the correct fit on these earbuds. When I first brought these earbuds to a coffee shop, I had the medium tips in, and which the seal doesn't really work well for me. It was lunch crowd, and the ANC wasn't doing much, which was annoying. Then it started raining heavily, and I had no luck listening to anything from the earbuds at all. So after changing to the right ear tips, which is the large size for me, everything improved, and with some soft music playing around 40 to 50% volume, it manages to cut out quite a bit of both the airplane cabin noise as well as road noise tests. So those are the two that are most effective with getting cancelled. So when it comes to noisy cafe noise, it still doesn't eliminate them entirely, but with the right ear tips and music playing loud enough, it's actually not too bad. So one thing I noticed that could be improved is the wind noise cancellation, and this earbuds is quite notorious in not cancelling them out at all. And I took my scooter out for a ride, and in ANC mode on, all I hear is wind buffering noise, so definitely not the best in that situation. So with that said, I'm giving these earbuds an ANC performance of 7.3 out of 10. So latency on these earbuds is really good, and with gaming mode turned on, which Edifier say has a low 50 milliseconds latency, you're going to get a very impressive latency control in games like PUBG. So from my test, I almost cannot detect any lag when gaming with these earbuds. Movies and videos works great with these earbuds as well. So anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these earbuds. So it's nice to see that Edifier is still working on the X3 series that was launched back in 2020, and after 5 years, it's great that we now get a new ANC model on a budget earbuds as well. So overall package is great, and for casual listening and use, I think this is a really good option. And if you also want to check out the review of my original X3 video, do click here on this cringy old video. And if you also want to check out my latest review, click right over here, and I'll see you over at those videos.